let's start to work on how to find out the formula for the perimeter of the circle and the area. So let's begin with the perimeter. I just have something in front of me. I can see that a circle is circumscribing the square, and can I guess that the perimeter of the square is the same as the circle? No, that's going to be a bad guess. So let's move to the higher polygon, which is a pentagon. And if here I choose, if I was going to guess something like for the previous one, which we did, is it going to be the same? Can we guess that the perimeter of the pentagon is going to be the same as circle? No, it doesn't look so good. But when I move to the hexagon, it looks a bit more moving ahead in a positive sense. So we are becoming closer to the perimeter, but still we are a bit far away from there. And there I moved to, I didn't found even count the numbers of the sides, but it's a closer guess. Okay, so if I increase my number of sides, the perimeter of that polygon is going to be nearly equal to the perimeter of the circle. What if I increase my number of sides so much so that it nearly touches the circle? That's what I have just drawn here. So what we're going to do is that we're going to find the perimeter of that polygon. So we can just suppose that there are n number of sides, and since the circle is composed of how much angle it to substantiate, so it's like 360 degree. So for n number of sides, so in that case the angle which is subtended by the segment would be 360 degree by n. So in terms of radian, it's going to be 2 pi by n, and 360 is equivalent to 2 pi radians. So now let's move to find out the side of the one of the segment. I can just see it's very clear that if I draw a perpendicular which was going to bisect my side into two halves, which is like AA, which I just thought of, and the hypotenuse of the triangle would be my radius of the circle. You see. So in that sense, if I want to find the A length of the A, I can just give a good try through the I was going to use some small trick, which is in terms of theta. I can write sin theta. So sin theta by 2 is going to be A by R, and so the A side would be sin theta 2 by 2 into half. So my 2A, which is the length of here, is going to be 2A is going to be 2R sin theta by 2. And since my theta is so small, there is an approximation which everything can make out, which is that sin theta can be approximately to be equal to theta. So here my 2A is, which was 2R sin theta by 2, so I can skip that part and make it 2R into theta by 2 by R. That's going to be R theta, and since my theta is 2 pi by n, so yeah, we will look upon that part. So okay, now perimeter of the n sides of polygon is what? N times the side, and the side is length of 2A, which is going to be n r theta, and since my theta here is 2 pi by n, so when I'm going to put this, I would find out that my perimeter would come out to be 2 pi r. So we found the formula for the perimeter. Quite good guess. Okay, let's move ahead to the finding the area of the circle. Okay. What I'm going to do over here is that since I know the area of the rectangle is very easy, you know, length times breadth, and I want to convert my circle into the rectangle. What can I do? Let's give it a try. Here I have fragmentized my circle into quadruples. That's into equal 4 parts, and if I try to align those parts into a rectangle, it would somewhat looks like this. That's not a good guess, I would say. What if I have fragmentized my circle, you know, into more smaller parts and try to align them in a rectangle? They would look somewhat good. What about if I fragmentize my circle into infinite smaller parts, you know, and then trying to align, they would go you know, almost equal to the rectangle. So let's suppose that it becomes equal to rectangle. And then what about the length and the breadth? So we can see that the breadth would be equal to the radius. So here, radius. So, and what about the length? The length would be half of the perimeter of the circle. And since we know the perimeter of the circle is 2 pi r, and then the area of the rectangle would be length into breadth. So length is 2 pi r, half of the 2 pi r, or the half of the perimeter of the circle, into the breadth. So breadth is radius. So area would come out to be pi r square, and here we go.